do is talk about some improvements to the city. I want to talk about some of the things that we've done so far. Sorry about that. Talk about some improvements to the city. I gotta do a couple things here on YouTube real quick just to make sure that you all can get to this video. So sorry about this for a quick second, but we gotta do that, otherwise you're not gonna see it. So we're good to go there, and we'll save that, and we'll come back over, and we're good to go. So if you guys have been watching, we've been on the last video. We went ahead and started planning out this this golf course here, which we call Abner Hills Golf Course or Golf Resort. That was part 3. We went ahead and built the golf course area out, as you can see, and it just looks a lot better. We're absolutely positively not done with it. We got to lay down some more trees and things in this area. We also have to lay down some trees in this area, and then we got to tie all of this together. So as you can see right now, let's go ahead and push play here. As you can see right now, we got some homes down here that have been built by the golf course, but they're abandoned. And a big reason for that is right now it's hard for people to get down here. We only have one. I didn't switch that. I had to pause that. Yeah, I gotta pause that because we're not even tied in anymore to the highway, and I didn't realize that. So one thing that I want to do here is I want to figure out a nice way to just incorporate this road and this highway system together. I was actually supposed to do that off camera, but I forgot, and so but that's okay. We'll try to tie it all back in together now while we have a couple of minutes to do so, and we'll see if it works for us at all. We'll see if we're able to tie it in. Actually, we won't worry about tying it in. What we will do though is we're going to build our off ramp back here, because we gotta make sure people can get off and get to the city here. So let's build that back real quick. It'll just take a quick second. It would be nice if they can still come down here, but that's okay. We'll just build it just like that. It's a little funky. It's not what we want, but I'll fix that off camera so that it flows and it makes more sense. So we'll build a off ramp over here just so people can get on and off right now. I know this is crazy, but we'll fix that later. But the only connection we have with the outside world right now is this little interchange right here, and I'm not 100% certain that this is going to stay the same right here or anything at all. We might extend this out a little further, but the problem is the highway system right now, and the way that it is, our infrastructure is not really built for this area yet. So as you can see, we have some abandoned homes and things down here, but we'll definitely get those figured out as time goes on. So that's cool. Now, it's a couple power issues because I built this up before even thinking about power, but we're gonna fix that real quick with just a couple of windmills. So we'll throw a windmill, throw one down right here, and then for this area over here, now that should be tied in. I'm not sure why that's saying that doesn't have power. That should be tied in, but it won't hurt anything to throw another windmill in this area. I don't want to cut off anything I got going on here, but we could throw one right here. I think it looks fine for now. We'll think about keeping it um, or not. So yeah, but that's one reason why we have these down here. Now the other thing that we've been doing is really planning out the city and what we're doing going forward. What I want to do is build blocks as I'm coming out. Yeah, this is cool to have these kind of little windy areas in here because this is kind of like just some neighborhoods. You got Tinsley Park neighborhood over here and what I'm calling Cedar Point. And it's cool to have these little windy kind of areas and things like that. But as we start building more into the city over here, we got to think about exactly what we want to do. One of the best options right now is to have, or not right now, but one of the things that I like to do is to have two, pretty main large roads. So you got two 6-lane highways. I'm sorry, avenues or boulevards. You got two 6 lanes running in between a neighborhood here, and we want to extend this out. We want this same feature to continue as we come down here. Eventually, what we'll have is maybe 3 different avenues. We'll connect this up and come down here. So we'll have 3 different avenues that are connecting neighborhoods together like this. And what that allows us to do is to have access on both sides to get in and out of the neighborhood on both ends. So that's what we have here. I bring up the traffic tool so you can see a little bit more of what we got going on. You can see how the roads are actually flowing. As you can see, all these are one-way roads, and that is specifically for traffic. We don't want there to end up being a lot of traffic issues as we start to expand the city out. So we got some one-way roads here, and they alternate. So we got this one going that way, down, up, down, up, down, up, and here back and forth here. What will eventually happen is we're going to be tying in on and off ramps every mile or so, every couple of mile or so. We're going to tie some on and off ramps to both sides of the highway. We'll have an avenue running on this side of the highway too. That'll make sure that it serves this area over here. As we look at the current highway, this is not serving this won't serve a good purpose as we're planning the city out, because the highway just does not go in this area over here. We got a little bit of highway coverage. We got a lot of highway coverage in the kind of central city area, but we're definitely going to have to get some highway coverage out here. So you'll probably see some pretty big intersections, junctions here, and maybe even out here. But we got to build kind of like a circle and encapsulate the city within that circle. So we might have a highway coming like so. It just goes around the city like you see in most cities these days. But we'll have a highway system that's coming around this way like this, and that will make everything be better. So yeah, so those are the updates right now. We got Abner Hills. We still got this power issue down here that I'm not understanding. Oh, I do understand it. There's no wind for this to rotate like that. So let's try to find another option here for some power. Hopefully that'll work, and we can get some wind generating, and we can start generating some power for that area. Couple of cool features here with our golf course. So we got one of our golf holes here. This is the 18th hole. Actually, I thought it was cool to kind of build a little coffee shop here, a little area for people to, you see she's going in and getting some coffee. A little coffee area up here off of Magnolia Street, so that people can do that. And then we got a little like public toilet or whatever area for people to chill at. Built this little feature here. People can come up here and hang out. If you remember before, we had a huge trash issue over here in this part of the city as we were extending it out. And we over here at Kelly's Island, we came through and built some incinerators a little bit closer. We have some incinerators out here. One thing that we're going to do that's going to be super sweet, man, and we'll talk about this as the city really starts building itself out. This is our like utility hub, our trash corridor. This is everything. So it's important for the entire city to have access to this. We're going to build an access tunnel that's going to run from Kelly's Island, and it's literally going to run underneath the city. It'll be a tunnel. It's going to run underneath the city. And every so often, let's say we got the road coming up this way and everything like that, there's going to be a tunnel system that runs underneath the entire city to where only garbage trucks are going to use it to access Kelly's Island over here. So as you can see, we have a tunnel here. It's obviously not being used really right now because there's no reason for it. We don't really have any structures over here to use it. But you can see where the tunnel is right now. So we have a tunnel running here, and we have this tunnel running here. But what we're going to ultimately do is build an entire, because like I said, this is our trash hub, our incinerators, our power, all of our utilities, our water, everything is running from this area here. So we're going to build a really unique and robust tunnel system that's going to run underneath the entire city, and it's going to be really awesome to plan out, so that the garbage trucks and things like that, as you can see if we zoom in here, you'll probably be able to get a glimpse. Maybe yeah, as you can see, we have a lot of we have garbage trucks right now, and that's running on the surface streets. And as the city expands, we don't really want that. As you can see, we got another one here, and I'm sure as I'm going around, we got another one here, we got another, I mean, we do want that, we want it on the surface streets, but we want them all to dump into one particular area. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build a tunnel system where those trucks just dump right into it, which is awesome. So we got this little neighborhood here planned out already, and we're going to start laying down some residential in here. One thing that we're going to do is, as we're working our way over this area, people need a place to shop. We're going to start, expanding all this residential out. We're not really going to, if we keep expanding the residential out, there's not going to be a lot of areas for commercial. So as soon as we start coming this way, I'm thinking in this area right here, there's going to be a huge shopping complex here, where we're going to have, we're going to lay down Walmart. We're going to lay down I think I have a Lowe's, a Home Depot, and that. We're going to lay that down right here, right off the junction of these two boulevards. So off of Tyler Boulevard and off of Amanda Street, we're going to have this just really encapsulate a nice commercial section here. We'll probably put some small businesses and things right here, and we're gonna actually tie all three of these in together. What I want to do is, as you can see, this is kind of a hilly area right up under the golf course. So what we're going to end up doing is building a tunnel underneath here that's going to connect up to these three avenues that's coming out this way. So as we zoom up, you can see I'm actually going to take probably this this 2-lane road out here and make it a larger avenue, but you can see what we have so far. So just got a couple issues that we got to deal with here, but we're going to start building this area out. Another update with the high school area and elementary school area, we did go ahead and lay some landscaping down and things like that. Put some parking lots in so people have places to park, and we can also keep these 2-lane streets less congested with people parking on the street. They can just come in and park in the parking lot. As you can see right now, we're at 1,325 people. So we're starting to expand pretty good. I wonder if I want to see if there's. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I was curious if that. Well, I am. I'm curious to see if this truck is going to take the tunnel system that we have set up so far. Let's see if it'll take it or if it's going to turn. Okay, that's awesome. Okay. So yeah. So still got to deal with a little power issue down here. We'll deal with that in a little bit. And but let's start planning out what we want to do with our next neighborhood here. This will be a little bit more of a dense area. We do want to keep. I like to keep off of like the main boulevards and things like that. I like to keep and make areas for commercial. So as you can see, we got a little, McDonald's here. We have the medical clinic, 7 patients. We have a fire station here. So I like to kind of separate the commercial from the residential using these avenues and boulevards like that, these 6-lane roads. So back here we got this street section. So we're going to start putting down some more residential. We'll start in here. I don't want to put things here. So it just doesn't really make sense to me to have. Hey, Vin, how are you today? Thank you for tuning in. Vina Marissa. But yeah, it doesn't make sense to me to have commercial just sitting off of a 6-lane highway like that. So let's put down some residential. We'll lay down some residential areas in here. We're not going to make the entire area residential because we want to leave some space for some other amenities and things like that. So we'll do like that. What we'll end up doing is we'll put down, if I can find it, I've been having trouble finding my libraries. I have so many mods and assets to where sometimes it's hard to find them. But let's see, that's high school, college of arts, Old University. I feel like the only library that I have right now is this here, and it's just so large it just doesn't really look right in a neighborhood like that. But potentially we can put it here, right off of this main road. And as you can see, that makes everybody pretty excited, makes everyone pretty happy. So I think that looks good, sitting down here versus being right up on some houses in the neighborhood. So let's keep building this neighborhood. As you can see, people are starting to move in. We'll build some more residential in here, and we will build some 2s down here. We always got to think about what we're doing, so let's we need to leave some areas for a police station. So let's build a little police station down here. That'll be good. That'll help to keep crime low in this area. We got, as you can see, our police stations that we have right now. We're covering this area pretty good. You can tell by the green. These guys up here don't have a police station just yet, and these guys over here don't have any police coverage just yet. But we'll get it in a moment, in a little bit. So cool. So we got that laid out. I think that looks pretty good right now. You can see people are starting to move into the neighborhood, which is nice. Let's check our utilities. We want to make sure that we have coverage, water coverage out here, which we're starting to, as we're starting to grow, we'll continue our water lines. We'll just continue the water lines out this way. Draw one right here to take care of a little lack of water coverage right there. In our next video, what we're going to do is we are going to address public transportation early on. That is a really important thing that we want to do. We want to hop on that like ASAP. We don't want to leave anything to chance. So we'll hop on that ASAP and really start to plan out what we're going to do with our public transportation area. That's actually something that we need to think about right now, because as we start building, we don't want to. Sorry, I gotta eat a little bit here. Don't want to get so congested and not be able to build those things. So in our next video, what you're going to see is a bus. You're going to see a bus and transportation hub that's going to start right in this area. You're going to see a commercial area, a shopping center area down here. It's going to split it in half. It's going to split this development over here, and it's going to split future development over here. We're going to build a bus depot right down here in the middle of what we're doing before we really start to expand and build the area out. So in our next video, that's what we're going to be doing. Our residential demand is starting to lower a little bit. Let's take a look at our commercial. And like I said, I like to keep the commercial right off of the main boulevards and thoroughfares and things like that here. So we'll keep that here. We'll continue to build this out. Yeah, we'll build this out here like this. We will de-zone this residential because I don't want residential and commercial that close together. So we're looking good there. Let's throw down some more commercial. We have some things laid down here. We got a nice KFC and what's this, Whataburger? Is that what that is? And a Whataburger down here. So we'll continue to lay down some commercial zones right off of our main boulevards that separate the residential. We'll de-zone that shortly. We'll build some more down here. We got a little shop coming in, so we won't de-zone that. We'll let that be. I wonder what that's going to be actually. Like a little coffee shop or something. So we'll keep that residential. I like this here. I'm not going to build anything in these zones. I like having I like having this little split here. So as you're coming down the street, there's a little bit of a barrier between things, between these residences over here and in the main road. So we'll keep trees up there like that, and also on this side, so we won't build any commercial down there. So as you can see, we're starting to expand a lot more into this city area here. Healthcare, I think, is pretty good. We're pretty covered right now, but we do have to start thinking about putting down a hospital. We're getting up to about 2,000 people, so we want to start thinking about where we want to build a little hospital. I feel like this might be. I think this actually might be a nice little area for it, where you have kind of coming off this main intersection. Let me see if yeah, it might actually be kind of good. I'm gonna delete this library, and I'm gonna build a small hospital. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. Something that's a little bit bigger than a small medical center. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's good. Nice little medical clinic. I say hospital, but nice little medical clinic. Right off that main street, which I think looks good. We will go ahead and see if we can add any parking in here at all. There, got some other parking lots somewhere within all these mods. If I can't find it quick, I'll do it off camera. Don't see it there yet. See it there. I'll find the smaller parking lots off camera, and we'll lay down some small. Oh, here we go. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little too big. I know that's way too big. Nice little parking zone here. It's too big. We'll figure it out off camera. So we'll add a little parking section over here and start thinking about that. So awesome. I like this. This is cool. You have a nice neighborhood here, with room for expansion. Got some houses right off of the main roads here. I like the way that this neighborhood is turning out. I think it looks great. Got to figure out what we're going to do with this section here. And this honestly might actually be a nice little place for a little transportation area. Let's see. Even if we just build like a bus depot or something. We're not ready for like a huge thing, but let's see. Yeah, I think that looks great. So what we'll do is we're gonna build a bus depot. I don't want to build it here off of these streets. That's kind of weird, you know, having a bus depot kind of sitting in this neighborhood. Let's see if we have any other space to build anything. This little pharmacy that popped up there. And this isn't a bad area. This is just a gas station. This might be a good area for the bus depot. Let's see, would it fit good? I think it would fit good, and we wouldn't even have to lose anything. So we'll get rid of this gas station here, and then we'll look at the bus station right here. Boom, I like that. That makes more sense. Right off of two main streets where the buses can just get around into the neighborhoods that we need them to get into. We'll start laying out the bus lines and things like that in the next video. The next video is just going to basically be all about our transportation and what we're going to do from there. Walkability is something that I want to think about early, and so that's why we starting to build these pedestrian bridges. As you can see, people are already using them. We're building these pedestrian bridges and things like that pretty early. Hey, what's up, Slays YT? Thanks for tuning in, man. So we're starting to build, we're starting to think about walkability right now. As you can see, I have a lot of paths and things built in here, because I want that to just, I want this city to be very walkable for people who don't necessarily have to take public transportation or use their cars, especially over here in the golf course area. I know I got to deal with this power issue. I'll deal with that off camera as well. But yeah, I want this to be like really walkable and tie all of these paths and areas in together. So that's a really good thing. So we're good so far. We got our bus depot. We'll start laying down some bus lines and things like that. We talked about the utility corridor and what we're planning on over here, Kelly's Island. Really just expanding that whole thing out. So that's awesome. So here's a little overview of what we got so far. Here's an overview of what we got to go. So we have a long way to go in building this city. It's definitely going to be over like 5 million people for sure living in this city by the time we get done. But right now we're just planning our areas out. So we have Tinsley Park, Cedar Point, Abner Hills, Ravenwoods, and Kelly's Island, which is our utility corridor and things like that. Of course, we got some water pollution, but we also have a lot of water treatment plants to handle that. So we're starting to build. We are starting to build things out, and kind of see what we're going for. We're starting to get a little bit more dense, and that's what we want. We want to start building the density and expand that up this way. So let's keep working our way down here and start really planning out what we're going to do with the future. We want a nice little shopping district and shopping area over here. We don't have anything like that yet. So that's what we're going to plan out next. I like the fact that these avenues are kind of splitting off. I don't necessarily like that this avenue is so close to the highway, so we're going to keep it away from the highway as we build it out. As we build it out this way, we'll build a straight road here. So we'll build this out this way. Oh, wrong thing. Because I want to make some really good junctions and things like that. I don't want to keep these roads too close to the highway because it won't allow me to make nice interchanges and things. So we'll build this out this way, and then we'll continue with this particular avenue, this big boulevard. We'll continue it off this way. What's that deleting? Saying something's rock. We can get rid of the rock. All right, so let's build this road out. These are a couple of main thoroughfares. And we'll keep the same thought process in terms of, two main roads. This road is eventually going to tie in. See, it's just kind of dead ending right now by our golf course area. But two main 6-lane roads that allow for development in between them, allows for people to get on and off the highway in between them, and we're going to start to build that out too. Build out our on and off ramps. We only have one way for people to get in and out of the city right now, which is kind of funny. But so let's start thinking about that right now. All of this up until this point, we're going to continue with residential. But as this opens up right here, we're going to we need some commercial. We need places for people to shop and hang out, and so we're going to build a nice little shopping center area up here. We'll grab a road. We'll split these two in half real quick, like so. kind of be a natural barrier between all of this, which would be residential as we're heading down, and a little bit of commercial into what we're doing here. We'll have another, connect these two here like that. So all of this that you see right here, this entire area is going to be a shopping center, and we're going to have to start planning this out and figure out exactly how we're going to do that. Some of it I'll probably end up doing off camera because it takes a little trial and error. Like, man, what do I really want? What do I want this to look like? So let's continue to build our residential streets here. I like to keep, you know, the one ways and things like that going on. So we'll continue building one ways. That really cuts down on traffic. We'll keep trees because this is still outside of the city. So we'll build one-way road up this way. We will build another one-way this way. Build another one-way this way. Like so. We'll have these. What? This come down here. And that looks good. Then we'll build a one-way this way. This way. That dumps into this road. And we just keep this one-way going. Like this. And I think that looks good. We'll build a one-way this way. And keep that open. Cool, so I like that. And I know you're probably looking at this section like, what the heck is this going to be? We'll think about that in a minute. So cool. This will be another area, another residential area in here, and we'll have this huge shopping center complex here with a bus depot and things like that. Some offices. Start building some office buildings and things in here, and then we'll continue on with some more high density residential and things out here. So stay tuned. Our next video, you'll see that this whole power issue down here is going to be worked out. That'll allow people to get moved in here. We talked about that tunnel that we're going to build from Kelly's Island all the way back out to the rest of the city. We're not going to look at that right now, but we'll take a look at it in the future. So we're planning the city out. A little neighborhood, big shopping center area. Now we'll finish off our Abner Hills golf course, golf resort area. We'll get that finished off and continue expanding things out. So thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned in, and we'll